Hi, I'm Eloise Talarico and I'm an artist based here on Darug land and working and practicing on Gadigal land. I'm in the independent folk soul kind of genre, at least that's the music that will be coming out. Music supports my well-being in two facets. I would say listening to music helps me understand my emotions better and understand my own experiences better through the mirror of somebody else's emotion or the way that they've conveyed their experience. And the practice of songwriting really helps me to detangle a mess of feelings. I like to imagine it as like a ball of yarn with many different colors, and I get to pull at a thread, and sometimes I actually don't really know where that thread's going to lead or what it's connected to. And in the process of songwriting, I'm able to not only untangle something that felt very complex and messy, but I'm also able to find what I'm really trying to say or what I'm really feeling. So songwriting for me is the ultimate form of expression and the only way I really know how to dig deeper beneath the surface of my own feelings. I find talking about mental health through music to actually be the safest space to discuss how I feel and my mental health. In fact, I think I discuss much deeper and darker emotions through my songwriting than I do in most of my conversations or communications with other people. The song I performed on Sounds for Serenity was actually carved out of a fairly insignificant moment that ended up shaping what was a significant end to a chapter of something. The lyric in the chorus is, isn't that what life is about? Falling in deep, then climbing out. With bruises on shins and scrapes on my hands, I know I'm stronger than I think I am, which was actually something I was saying to myself in the car as I was driving home from something, which sounds a little bit funny, but like I often like to speak out loud the things I think I need to hear or have a conversation with myself because I can process it better if I'm hearing it out loud. And so I was having this conversation with myself in the car and I said these things and then I was like, wait, I actually think that feels quite poetic and lovely to hear. The song I performed came from a fairly hopeful moment. I think it was one of the first moments that I experienced in a long expanse of time where I could actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. And yeah, it was painful to address what I'd been experiencing and feeling, but incredibly hopeful to know that I felt that I was stronger than I thought, than I knew I was. I know I'm stronger than I think I am. Yeah, to assert that I knew that I was stronger than I think I am. If I could offer advice to somebody who needs support in this moment, it would be to sit and to breathe. And I don't mean that in a condescending or I don't mean that in a way of you're doing too much. I mean that in a way of you deserve to experience this feeling and this emotion exactly as it is in your body right now. You don't need to intellectualize it. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to do something about it. If you're feeling something really heavy, just sit with it and just breathe with it and just experience it. To be expected from Eloise Talarico, my project, myself, my artistry, this year is new music. I'm very, very excited to be saying that because it's been in the works for a little while now. So there's going to be some new singles. There's also going to be handmade and personalized merch by me, which is very exciting. A whole bunch of shows. I'm playing a lot of support acts for the first 3 to 4 months of this year, hopefully stretching to the end of the year as well. We'll see how that goes. I'm also going to be putting on a few of my own shows and yeah, just a whole lot. I'm going to be really in your face this year and I'm sorry and I'm not sorry at all. You can find me anywhere on the internet, I think, like Instagram and YouTube and all those places. You can listen to my music on any streaming service you like. You can also purchase my music on Bandcamp if you wish. And yeah, and you can find me around Sydney and on Gadigal land performing and being amongst the music ecosystem here. So probably at a jam night or something you can find me too. Check out my live version of What Life is About by me, Eloise Talarico, on the Sounds for Serenity video series, and I hope that it helps you feel something.